Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Jack Wippich Court here inside Kimberly High School, the site for tonight's Fox Valley Association girls basketball showdown between the visiting Appleton East Patriots and the host Kimberly Papermakers. It's a FVA showdown between two top 10 ranked teams, and we are proud here at USA Today Network Wisconsin to bring you the coverage. I'm Ricardo Arguello, hanging out with Brett Christopherson, bringing you those high-definition shots. Jim Rosandick. And we have, it's such a big game, Brett. We needed some added help. Mike Sherry, sports editor at the Post-Crescent.
There he is.
He's helping out, running that midcourt cam. And I got to mention as well, bringing you some great photos from tonight's game. We'll talk about more about that. Is Dan Powers as well. So we got everybody here, Brett, for this big game. And it is a big one. Top 10 teams, two rivals, state semifinal, a repeat of last year in March. This is big, Brett.
Do I say it's the game of the night in the state?
Well, they have that Arrowhead and Wauwatosa East game.
I'm saying today. This one's the game of the night.
Okay, all right.
This is 3 against 5, right?
Well,
okay,
that's
Ricardo?
one against 2. But okay, I got you.
Yeah, I guess you may. They're two really good games, but
yes.
We're going to call it the game of the night in the state because it certainly is here in the Fox Valley. But Appleton East, Ricardo, 15 straight victories. They've beaten this Kimberly team earlier in the season. Defensive-minded, tough. They've kind of changed their identity a little bit. Remember, they lost a lot of those great scores from last year's state qualifying team, and Coach Brian Passion now turning up the levels on the defense. Conversely, the defending state champs coming off a big win over Hartford on Saturday. A gauntlet of a schedule. One of their top players, the burden has been lifted. She's made her college choice.
Yep.
Actually, 2 of their top players, right, have made their college choices. They're now free to play basketball, and Kimberly is doing what it does, ascending as the season goes along, and they can play some defense too. It's going to be a fascinating battle between 2 of the best teams in the state of Wisconsin. I've been looking forward to this for quite some time.
We all have been, and just in case, folks, you're wondering, well, who's the third voice that I'm hearing? That's Mike Sherry. He's all mic'd up too. Am I right, Mike? I know you're looking forward to this game.
I am, Ricardo. I was at the first one with Brett at Appleton East, and that was a great game. Appleton East that night, remember, Brett jumped out real fast, tempo in the first half, played great defense, got a lot of easy baskets in transition, and Kimberly was never able to catch up that night.
They made a little bit of a run, I remember, late, but yeah, they really struggled defensively or offensively against that Appleton East defense. But you know that Dave Lepisto, Brian Passion, 2 of the best coaches, they're already making their adjustments, and it's going to be a real interesting chess game between these 2 teams tonight.
Well, like I said, all hands on deck from USA Today Network Wisconsin for this big one. Let's get to know the teams a little bit. I'll start with Kimberly notes. Brett will follow with Appleton East. The Papermakers, 13-3 overall, 10-1 in the Fox Valley Association. Winners of 5 straight, 8 of their last 9. As I mentioned, 5th in Division I in this week's Bound Wisconsin Zaleski Sports State Poll, coming off a 66-61 victory over a very good Hartford team Saturday in a non-conference matchup here at Kimberly High School. Haley Dulas, she paced Kimberly with 22 points, 8 of 14 shooting. She also grabbed 6 rebounds. Ava Van Vonderen, she also had a big game scoring-wise, 19 points. Also had 7 boards, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And Claudia Assman, she also grabbed 7 rebounds and finished with 3 assists. Now the Papermakers, they shot 45% overall in that game and 40% from three-point range. They also had assists on 14 of their 22 made baskets. Kimberly out-rebounded Hartford 36-28. They limited Hartford to 33% shooting overall, 31% from beyond the arc. Van Vonderen on the season, top scorer for Kimberly, 14.6 points a game. She's shooting 41% overall and 61% from the free throw line. Dulas is next at 14 points. She's shooting 47% overall, 35% from three-point range, and 64% from the line. Claudia Assman, she's third at 8.8 points. She's shooting 50% overall, 43% from beyond the arc, and 67% from the stripe. Van Vonderen and Dulas, their tops in rebounding at 7.5 and 5.1 per game, respectively. And Van Vonderen and Emily Urban, they are the assist leaders at 2.7 and 2.4 per game, respectively. Dulas is next at 2.3 assists. Now, as a team, Kimberly is shooting 12%. They're shooting 42% overall, 34% from three-point range, and 64% from the free throw line. Papermakers are also averaging just a shade over 28 rebounds. Be loud because that band is loud.
Oh, it's good atmosphere, isn't it?
It
It
is.
feels like the playoffs. But Appleton East, Ricardo, 15-1 overall, 11-0 in the Fox Valley Association. The Patriots, winners of 15 straight. They're ranked third in Division I in this week's Bound, Wisconsin, Zaleski Sports State poll. And they're coming off a 54-36 victory over Slinger on Saturday in a non-conference matchup at Slinger. Ambria Fisher led Appleton East with 13 points. She was a perfect 6 of 6 from the field and also knocked down a three-pointer. Aubrey Erickson added 10 points on 4 of 9 shooting. She hit a pair of threes and posted 6 rebounds. Ella Sweeney chipped in with 9 points. The Patriots shot 43% overall, 40% from distance. And we talked about this. They also displayed yet again a stifling defense as they limited the Owls to 36% shooting, including 29% from three-point range, and forced 20 turnovers. On the season, Sweeney is the top scorer at 14.4 points. She's shooting 40% overall, 36% from beyond the arc, 88% from the free throw line. Jenna Ott is next at 9.1 points. She's shooting 48% overall, 41% from distance. Amelia Marquette is third at 8.4 points. She's shooting 46% overall, 34% from three, and 71% from the foul line. Fisher, Ella how am I saying that, Mike Sherry? Jazdowski?
Yazjeski.
Yazjeski? Okay, thank you. Ella Yazjeski and Erickson, they're averaging 7.6, 7.3, and 7.1 points per game, respectively. So a lot of balanced scoring for Appleton East. Yazjeski is tops in rebounding at 5.9 per game. Mont Marquette is next at 5.1 boards. Fisher and Sweeney are averaging 4.8 and 4.3 rebounds per game, respectively. And Sweeney leads the way in assists at 3.5 per game. Fisher is next at 3.1 as a team. Appleton East is shooting 43% overall, 36% from three-point range, and 68% from the free throw line. The Patriots are also averaging 29.5 rebounds and 9.1 steals per game. And finally, Appleton East is averaging 59.6 points per game and allowing 43.4. Patriots at home against Hortonville. That's their next game. That's Friday. FVA matchup. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. I'm guessing it's a boy-girl doubleheader on Friday night at the Ville, as they call it. So there you go. A little bit about Appleton East, a little bit about Kimberly. And we're about ready to get this one going, Ricardo.
Absolutely, a big one again. If you're just tuning in, Appleton East at Kimberly High School here, Jack Wippich Court. I'm Ricardo Arguello. He's Brett Christopherson. I'm bringing you those high-definition shots. Jim Rosandick and Mike Sherry. Mike Sherry will also add in on the commentary.
Nice crowd here. Real nice crowd.
Real nice. And, yeah, I'm taking the boys play over at East right now. Is that what's going on, Brett? So, you know, I'm more of a fan, and maybe, Mike, if you want to add in on this, I prefer the double headers. And I really think this should have been a double header so that all the fans could partake of this game. But, hey, I'm not the ADs when it comes to setting this up. But, Mike, I like the double headers, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. I think you tend to see them more on a Friday night, though, than on than you do on a Tuesday night. But
that's a good point.
You know, looking at the crowd tonight, it's you know, I hate to say it, it's you'd expect more students in the bleachers tonight so far, and maybe they're just late arriving. But would be nice to see a few more students in the stands tonight for sure.
Kimberly boys playing some good basketball under
they
Cam
are.
Cerrone, a first-year head coach. They're kind of upper echelon of the FVA, I believe. I was looking at the standings recently, and maybe their overall record is a bit more 500, but certainly contending for an FVA championship right now. Of course, Kaukauna and Appleton North have separated themselves on the boys' side. I think they play Friday night over at Kaukauna in a big boys matchup. I'll tell you what, we'll meet the starting fives here in a bit, but our national anthem will be coming up next.
serve her at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem, as performed by the Kimberly High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Dan Gothals.
Kimberly Marching Band doing a great job with the Star Spangled Banner. Great atmosphere here at Jack Wippich Court. And I'm still calling it the game of the night in the state of Wisconsin, regardless of what Ricardo says.
Yeah, that Tosa East Arrowhead game, though, that's a good one.
Two good ones for sure. But our focus is on this one. I'm Brett Christopherson. He's Ricardo Arguello. The voice you just heard is Mike Sherry. To my left is Jim Rosandick. He's pushing the buttons. And we got Dan Powers shooting some photos here tonight. So we got it covered. And this is going to be fun, Ricardo. Looking forward to this.
That's right. We got the A team out here.
Well, are we the A team?
I think we're the only team. But
yeah, there you go.
in terms of live streams, not to belittle our competitors, come on. Come on. Really?
I'll let you say that.
Yep, and I will, loud and proud. I know Mike Sherry agrees.
I agree with you, Ricardo.
At guard, 5'10", sophomore number 12, Amelia Marquette. At guard, 5'9", junior number 14, Ella Sweeney. And the rest of the Appleton East Patriots.
Want me to do the starting five for East?
Yeah, was that
I believe Jenna Ott, right?
it was Jenna Ott.
Jenna Ott, a 5'9" senior guard, number 3, Jenna Ott. 5'5" sophomore guard, number 5, Ambria Fisher. 5'10" junior guard, number 10, Aubrey Erickson. 5'10" sophomore guard, number 12, Amelia Marquette. And a 5'9" junior guard, number 14, Ella Sweeney. That's Ott, Fisher, Erickson, Marquette, and Sweeney for Brian Passion's Appleton East Patriots.
And I will have the Kimberly girls. As you heard on the PA, the defending WIA Division I state champ. 5'6" senior guard, Emily Urban. Number 14, 5'8" junior guard, Kennedy Eben, defensive specialist. And then there is, of course, 6-foot junior forward, Haley Dulas. 6'1" senior forward, Claudia Assman. And then the recently committed to UW, 6'1" junior forward, Ava Van Vonderen. That's your starting lineup for the Kimberly Papermakers. Again, the defending WIAA Division I state champion. And these two teams didn't just meet earlier this year with East winning. They met in last year's state semifinal at the Resch in D1. Boy, oh boy, Brett, no matter which way you look at it, what angle you look, I think you and Mike have to agree, game of the week for sure in this area. Mike, we know, right? Wauwatosa East, Arrowhead playing down in the Milwaukee area.
That's enough talking about
number
them.
1 versus number 2. That's the last I'm going to say about it.
Stop talking about that Milwaukee game. We got the best one here.
Hey, we got another big one on Thursday night, too. We'll talk about that. Another big girls game featuring state-ranked teams. So Appleton East, though, controls the tip. We are underway. Thanks to Ryan McGinnis, the athletic director here, for getting us all set up. We appreciate it. We got the balcony to ourselves behind one of the baskets tonight. I kind of like this space, Ricardo. We get it all to
Yeah, I
ourselves.
kind of do as well. It's just kind of a unique angle.
But we feel like we're right on top of the action, and Ryan and the staff always do a fantastic job of making us feel welcome and rolling out the hospitality. So thank you to the Kimberly staff for letting us be here tonight. Good job by East Ricardo, showing patience against the Kimberly defense, looking for a good shot. Good double team there. That was a good move by Erickson, but the double team was there. Now Sweeney lofts one up. About 3 defenders right there collapsing on Sweeney. And our first look at the Papermakers offense tonight.
Yeah, it took nearly a minute off that off the scoreboard there, Brett.
It'll be a low-scoring game, right?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah. Well,
high 40s, low 50s, maybe.
The top 2 teams defensively in the league. I'll talk about that we've got that in the game notes. Both teams with a very high point differential. They lead the league in that as well. Both these teams.
There's Urban. Brett, you had a nice game against Nina last week.
Yeah, we were here for that one.
We were. 20 points.
One of your Fab 5 players.
True.
Asman rainbows one and rattles out. Rebound, though.
Is that Duelist?
That is. Wow. Duelist with the offensive rebound and the putback. Finishing with that left hand, Ricardo. She's going to Marquette.
She's going to Marquette. There's a Mont Marquette.
Oh, there you go. That's Jenna Ott rainbowing one from the corner.
Mont Marquette for Appleton East, Brett, and then Jenna Ott with the 3.
East can shoot threes, too. I've got that in the game notes. I think 6 different players, double figures in makes. There's Duelist. Good job kicking it out from the double team of the post, and a good look by Eben. Just couldn't knock it down. But Dave Lepisto and the Papermakers, Ricardo, will take that all the time, and near turnover, but it will stay with Appleton East.
A 3-2 early lead here for Appleton East. 15:38 left in the first half. Here at Jack Wippich Court inside Kimberly High School. Losing that and a turnover.
Good
for
defense.
Appleton East.
Urban and Sweeney, that's going to be a fun matchup. And Van Vonderen off the turnover.
Van Vonderen, of course, with the pink and lime green shoes.
You like those?
I love it.
Two
Very
different color
unique.
shoes, right?
Ricardo, have you ever asked her why she does the two
No, and I have to do that, but that's maybe a question I'll ask on the old round table when we have them on. I know this is a dated reference, Mike, but is that a Punky Brewster thing?
Oh, nice take by Erickson, Ricardo. Punky Brewster, what are we talking about here?
Or was she just the socks? I can't remember.
All I know is that Erickson made a nice strong move to the basket.
Or Van Vonderen with the rebound. Now there's a
battle.
battle.
Van Vonderen. Whoa, and what's going to happen here? Somehow, hot potato, but Kimberly comes up with it. How about that skip pass and finish for Urban? I like the officials letting them play a little bit.
Well, that's an understatement there. They really let a lot of things go. But as long as they're consistent, right, Brett and Mike?
Absolutely. Duelist against Ott. This just good matchups all over the place here. You can see Van Vonderen and Erickson. Erickson, strong player physically for Appleton East. Sweeney, of course, she's got a number of Division I college offers. She's got the ball right now. Oh, look at that move, and just can't get it to fall. She's a very crafty player, and you can see why she's probably going to be, I would think, one of your Fab 5 players next season. She'll be a senior next year.
Yeah, two rebounds already for Asman for Kimberly. And
Eben, good look there from the top, and I think we're going to get Van Vonderen. She'll be called for the first foul of the night. Ricardo, what are you going to do next year for the Fab 5? You got 2 Kimberly kids that, one going to Marquette, the other going to Wisconsin.
We'll probably have them both on. Now, we've done that before.
Have you?
I break in my own rules. Hey, it's my team. I can do what I want.
You can change the rules.
But, we had 2 Notre Dame girls, remember?
Sometimes you just got to.
With Feda and then Gresh.
Gracie Gresh now playing
Have
for the
to,
Phoenix, right?
right?
Yeah, you got to. That's okay. Make the rules up as you go along.
It's my team. It says so right there.
I mean, if you want to have 5 players from the same team, you can do that. That's going to be a nice Fab 5 team next year. Well, it is this year.
I'm telling you, Brendan, we'll talk more about this a little as we go along, but I watched Little Shoot play last night.
The Little Shoot girls.
Yeah, Little Shoot girls, and there's 4 freshmen on there that I'm going to have a hard time choosing in the future.
Yeah.
Outstanding young players.
Little Shoot just on the other side of the river here, a neighboring community of Kimberly, and there's a 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Paper Makers. That was Amelia Marquette with the miss. Yeah, Asman's going to take it from the corner. Got it. First triple of the night for the Paper Makers. 4-point lead as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Good start to this one. Little Shoot girls, though, really off to a great start. And a program that was really downtrodden, had a hard time just scoring points.
Yeah.
And now they were looking forward to this group of kids coming up, and they're doing some good stuff on the girls' side. Mike, Rosie saying come down just a little bit. And here's a good take by Dulis. She's got 4.
Brett, this is a 7-0 run for Kimberly right now. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about Little Shoot when we have some break, because I know Mike Sherry dug up some of the records, Brett, over the last 4 or 5 years, and wins have been hard to come by for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and now
prior to this year.
Now they're going to be a heck of a team to watch with these young kids. I know the folks in that community were really kind of keeping an eye on that group coming up, and it's already paying off. Coach Greenwood doing some good work for the Mustangs, and Coach Van Roy doing some good stuff on the boys' side as well. A lot of good basketball around here. Of course, Kaukauna boys, all these neighboring communities here on the east side of the valley here. Good little backdoor cut. And that's Marquette with the basket and a much-needed one at that.
Yeah, Appleton East showing so much patience, and Kimberly really making them work for every shot that they take. There might have been a travel there.
Yeah.
And that's a turnover for Kimberly.
Pretty clean game, though, to start.
I will say right now, Kimberly has made the most of their rebounds. They're out-rebounding the Patriots. I have unofficially, of course, 6-1, and it's early, but that's something to watch here as a few players check out for Kimberly.
Got a lot of TV cameras here tonight, so highlights coming up on the news. Again, huge game. Looking at the rest of the FVA tonight, Neenah at Appleton West, Oshkosh North at Hortonville, Fond du Lac at Kaukauna, Appleton North at Oshkosh West. But East coming in ranked 3rd in this week's state poll. Kimberly just a couple slots behind at number 5.
Papermakers really forcing East to be patient and look for that shot right here. They're not going to give any gimmies.
Oh, look at that jumper by Sweeney. Tried to save it, and that'll go out of bounds, be Kimberly's ball. Ricardo, I believe that these teams, again, they're not in the same sectional. I think East and Neenah are in the same sectional, but Kimberly's in a separate sectional, so you never know. Maybe they could go back to the rush again, right, both these squads?
That certainly could be the case.
Eben, tough take off the glass. Just couldn't get it to fall. Van Vonderen blocks. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Ella Yazjeski, the 6'1 senior forward, number 23, called for the foul. Van Vonderen, first trip to the line either side. And Van Vonderen, who just committed to Wisconsin. Ricardo, you just had a story about that in today's Post-Crescent.
Well, it was more of a 4 questions kind of thing with her. Able to catch up with her over the weekend after their win over Hartford.
Nothing but net for both. So yeah, good for her. Good for Haley Dulis. Marquette, they're staying in state. That's great for basketball fans here in Wisconsin. Tell you what, the Wisconsin program doing some good things. And they got a nice recruiting class coming. I know you kind of highlighted that a little bit. Got the kid from Shawano, one of your
Leah Nordin.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, but she's a great kid. Came in for that Fab 5 shoot. Rosie knows. We got to meet her and talk to her a little bit.
An Edgewood player who we're going to see Thursday night at Torchy Clark Gym. For Edgewood, Xavier's ranked 3rd. Edgewood's ranked 4th in the state, so we're going to do that. Ricardo, I'm telling you that now.
I was going to say, you didn't tell me that until now, but that's fine.
You're not aware of that, but that's another big-time matchup with some talent on that floor. So we'll see the Xavier girls, and then, of course, Edgewood led by the Badger recruits. So good stuff for that program now in Madison. Trying to keep pace with UW Green Bay and all those great players.
Badgers are really good at home this year, 11-1. So they're kind of turning things around under their first-year head coach.
Yeah, and that's a program that's been.
Yes, they've been needing it.
Yeah, Green Bay's been kind of ruling the roost. And Erickson's fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Kendall Brocktrup, number 4 for the Papermakers, picks up the foul. Aubrey Erickson. Good. You look at Aubrey, a 5'10 junior guard. She's got 3. And Ricardo, her father, Matt Erickson.
Yes. We know Matt.
Will be this season the third base coach of the Milwaukee Brewers. I see him sitting over there across from us. And, of course, longtime Wisconsin Timber Rattlers manager.
Big fan of
There
Matt.
he is, clapping his hands
he
there.
does a great job, and he put up with some of my dumb questions, Brett.
Me too.
When I would have to cover the Rattlers, so I appreciate that, Matt.
He's a good guy. But
there's Aubrey with the rebound.
Matt's smart. He's in a job where pretty soon he's going to Arizona, getting out of this ice box.
Mike Sherry was just in Arizona recently. He knows all about that better weather. Oh.
Yeah, it was about a month ago, and when I got back, it's been cold ever since.
Yes. I don't want to sound like an old guy, but I can't remember, Brett, a stretch of cold weather like this. It's one thing if it's 2 or 3 days. It's going to be like 8 or 9 days.
I know.
I don't know if I remembered a cold spell like this, and it really hits the old guys like me pretty hard.
Once you kind of hit a certain age, you just really. Yeah. We were supposed to stream the boys' game here on Friday night. Kimberly boys against Oshkosh North. Yeah. Bryce Ott, the star for Oshkosh North, one of your Fab 5 boys.
Yes.
Cam Cerrone, first-year coach here at Kimberly, and really doing some good work with the Papermakers. And, of course, the cold weather postponed that game. So hopefully we can get them at some point. But, yeah, it's just too darn cold. But Matt Erickson and the Brewers and all these guys, spring training not that far away. That was a 30-second timeout, by the way, for Appleton East. Also want to thank our sponsors. Didn't get a chance, Ricardo and Mike. Oh, there's a double team. Near turnover. Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. If you were switched from U.S. Cellular to a bigger carrier without a choice, maybe it's time to choose a better one. Keep your number, get a free phone, get a third line, and a real person will help you make the switch. See cellcom.com for details. Piggly Wiggly coming out in a zone, Ricardo. Papermakers now. Man, there's a steal.
Yep.
See, there's that cat and mouse that these teams are going to play. I used to be staunch man-to-man, person-to-person, whatever you want to put
now
out.
You're switching a little bit?
I like the fact, and we're going to get a foul, looks like on number 23.
Are you talking about regular zones or the matchup variety?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
He has Jeski now, too, by the way. But I like teams when they switch it up a little bit and make that, the offense all of a sudden, we gotta quick get into a zone offense and just kind of keep tweaking a little bit rather than always playing, man to man. But I guess my thought process has shifted, and I think we see more teams doing that nowadays. So I like the little switch up. See Appleton East, Ricardo, in the zone as well. I like that. I kind of keep these offenses from being too comfortable. Van Vonderen from way deep.
Yeah, Van Vonderen, now that she doesn't have to worry about the recruiting stuff anymore, one of the answers to one of my questions, and she was remarking about how she can play a little more free.
Well,
weights off the shoulders.
That one
have more fun.
That one was from Little Shoot. That was how deep that three-pointer was, but good for her. Knocking one down and feeling like she can play a little bit more free, not have the thought of what am I going to do college-wise, right? And we're going to get a foul, I think, on, is that number 4, Brooklyn Feller?
Brooklyn Feller, is that the outstanding golfer, Mike? Is that?
It's from that family, yeah, that golf.
Yeah, Corey Feller?
Corey Feller,
sure.
Yep, local golf pro. And
Piggly Wiggly, by the way, guys, they're proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics as your local grocery store. They're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local.
Shop the pig.
Everybody waits for that promo read so you can hear Ricardo sing.
I was going to say, when you guys have Mike Sherry, you have to say that now.
No, I say it. I don't sing it.
Okay.
Nobody wants to hear me talk, let alone hear me sing.
Come on.
People don't know this, but Mike sounds a lot like Barry White when he sings.
I think you, me, and Mike could form a 3-man group.
Yeah.
We could be big. Good defense by the Patriots. Making Kimberly work against that zone, trying to find something, but see if they try to, work it in that high post short corner.
Ooh. Nearing the 6-minute mark now left here in the first half.
Good ball movement.
Yeah.
But nothing there. An excellent defense by the Patriots. And there's a steal.
There it is.
Jenna Ott with the steal. You finally get the steal. She's going to kick it to Erickson, but quickly back are the Papermakers, so Patriots will have to reset as Ellis Sweeney. Now a little shot fake by Ott from the wing, no good. Chasing it, and that will go out of bounds. Looking at Ellis Sweeney right now, still looking for her first bucket of the night. And a heck of a talent.
Yeah, team's leading scorer.
Yeah, she's got a number of college offers. Where do I have it here? St. Thomas, Wisconsin, Lipscomb, UW-Milwaukee, Winthrop I see for Ellis Sweeney, just a junior. And another turnover in that zone, Ricardo. So Appleton East locking things up defensively. There's Sweeney. That's a great matchup. Eben and Sweeney right there.
Eben is the defensive stalwart of Kimberly.
Oh, nearly rattles in for Ott. Urban with the rebound. Kick out. Oh, a little hesitation, but a little
another turnover.
Miscommunication there. Here comes Erickson racing down the floor.
Brett, 3 straight turnovers from Kimberly.
Erickson's trapped in the corner, but somehow gets out of it. Sweeney able to go get that basketball. And there's going to be a turnover. Both teams now really struggling against the other's defense.
And I think Jenna Ott hurt herself somewhere in that sequence as she's.
Hopefully she's all right.
Is she holding her right wrist, I want to say?
She's a heck of a player for Appleton East.
Well, 4:50 left in the first half. 16-9 lead for Kimberly, Brett. Timeout on the floor.
Papermaker's going to burn a 30-second timeout, probably to regroup. Yeah, I mean, Jenna Ott, she's second on the team coming in. 3-pointers made with 33. Sweeney leads with 38. This is coming into the game. Aubrey Erickson, 20. Amelia Marquette, 17. Ambria Fisher, 16. And then Brooklyn Feller, 12. So that's a lot of 3-point shooters on that squad. Patriots shooting 35.9% from 3-point range coming into this game.
Well, so far in this first half, I don't want to belabor the point, but right now I have Kimberly 9-2 rebounding advantage. So that's something that has really worked in favor for Kimberly. They have possession here.
Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but first we'll get Asman. Oh, wow. Buries one out of the timeout. She was wide open. Her second triple, third 3-pointer of the night for Kimberly. Now a 10-point lead for the Papermakers as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
Brett, 8-2 run now for Kimberly.
I was going to say, didn't East do some switching defensively in that first matchup, I want to say, that really kind of stymied Kimberly offensively, but so far you see Asman be kind of one of those players maybe that can knock the Patriots out of that zone.
Yeah, they did that, Brett. Mostly in the second half was when they were switching up defenses, but a little bit in the first half of that first meeting too.
Just seems that Kimberly has the answer for everything thus far in this game in terms of defensively primarily.
Yeah, they didn't in that first meeting.
Another turnover, though. Yeah, and here maybe a little bit of a run out. Erickson going. Good job by Eben to get back, but just a better finish by Erickson. She's got 6. She's a strong player. Physically strong.
They needed that bucket, Brett. Again, they pull it to within 8 points here.
Yeah, the last time they played, Appleton East beat Kimberly 50-43. That was December 12th at East, a game we streamed. You weren't there, Ricardo.
No.
You were in your self-imposed basketball exile at that point.
That's right.
You refused to
to
do any basketball
until
January.
We're
through the holidays.
Yes.
But 3 players scored in double figures that night for the Patriots. Ella Sweeney had 14, Ambria Fisher 12, Aubrey Erickson had 10. Haley Dula, she had 25 to pace the Papermakers. Remember that night defensively again is Asman again feeling it. A little short on that shot. Rebound Patriots, here they come. But the East defense was fantastic that night in the first meeting. As Sweeney, a little short corner jumper, and that goes in, her first bucket of the night. And it looks like we have a timeout coming for the Papermakers.
Nice little jumper there from Sweeney.
Oh, check that, Appleton East, okay.
2:48 left here in the first half, 19-13 lead for Kimberly over Appleton East on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
But I was going to finish my thought. Appleton East in that game back on December 12th limited Kimberly to 28% shooting overall. That included a 5 of 23 showing from three-point range. The Patriots, if the stats are correct, also out-rebounded the Papermakers that night, 33-20. So East burning its second and final 30-second timeout with just 2:48 to play in this first half. Fun first half against two of the best teams in the state of Wisconsin going at it.
Guys, Jenna Ott is still on the bench. She just spent the last few minutes getting her right hand taped up. She's got a lot of tape on that right thumb.
Oh, boy.
Wonder if she jammed it maybe?
She was showing the trainers. It looked like her whole hand got bent back. You know, like when a quarterback hits a helmet on a follow-through or something. Maybe that happened on the shot, but she's on the bench taped up, but hasn't come back in the game yet.
See how that affects her shooting when she does check back into the game. Mike's like a sideline reporter down there. Trying to get to...
Got to put my Aaron Andrews winter jacket on.
Yeah, she does wear some interesting jackets, doesn't she? But thought I see you racing down trying to get to some team comments. Tough take. Is that Urban? She's got 4 now. Ricardo, when you interviewed Dave Lepisto, the head coach of Kimberly, after that Neenah game, Urban had a big night that night. She had 20 points. He said that she needs to be a little bit more selfish like that as a scorer, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think because they have some undefeated streak when she scores double digits.
Oh, is that right? Okay, yeah. Well, she's up to 4.
Okay.
Eben picks up her first personal. Very clean first half. Teams both just with 3 fouls apiece. So hopefully we can keep that pace going. Makes for a much more enjoyable game, Ricardo. Looking at the officials here tonight. Great crew. Seen these guys before. They know what they're doing, that's for sure. So we're in good hands with these 3, and we're in good hands with this game. One of the games of the night in the state. Maybe I jumped the gun by calling it the game of the night, but
hey, the game that shall not be spoken of.
But certainly here in the Fox Valley, you got 3 against 5. Doesn't get much better. Good strong move by Yazjeski. She's playing with 2 fouls, by the way. Asman, nobody in foul trouble yet, other than Yazjeski for Appleton East, playing with those 2 fouls, number 23.
Here's Fisher. Erickson now.
I like how both teams, Ricardo, are so patient, not forcing anything. Really good shots from both sides. Being very patient with what they see defensively.
Whoa.
Erickson knocks it down. She's having a big game.
Look at this, Brett. It's only 5-point difference now.
So
He's doing a great job, Brett, of not that they would panic, but they held firm, showed some resolve here as Asman.
Whoa, that's her 3rd of the game, and there's an answer. 3 triples from Asman.
Boy, the same could be said about Kimberly.
Erickson with 9, Asman with 9. Heck of a game here at Jack Wippich Court. Trying to work that back door, but good defense by Dulis. Erickson had a bit of a step, but Dulis was ready. And now East will set up for a final shot as we're down to 5 seconds to play. Mont Marquette short on that one. Dulis has it. Will she get one off? And she won't, and that's how the first half comes to a close. Good stuff here at Jack Wippich Court. Fast-moving first half.
I thought Appleton East did a good job, Brett, of coming back. At one point, they were down 19-9, a 10-point difference. They got it back to within 5, but a nice three-pointer there from Asman kicks it back up to an 8-point lead for Kimberly.
Halftime here at Jack Wippich Court, Kimberly High School. Quick look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard shows the Papermakers leading the Patriots 24-16. We'll talk more about tonight's game, everything we have coming up digitally this week at USA Today Network Wisconsin after this short break.
At Cellcom, we live, work, and play right here in Wisconsin. That's why we use our wireless technology to help protect this place we call home. That's technology with a heartbeat.
Welcome back to Jack Wippich Court, Kimberly High School. And again, as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, Papermakers on top of Appleton East 24-16. We're at half. Number 3 Patriots, number 5 Papermakers. I'm Brett Christopherson, USA Today Network Wisconsin in the Post Crescent. Also joining what I guess we're calling the A-team tonight is Ricardo Arguello, Mike Sherry, Jim Rosandick, and Dan Powers is down there somewhere taking some photos that you'll see later tonight on postcrescent.com. Again, if you were switched from U.S. Cellular to a bigger carrier without a choice, maybe it's time to choose a better one. Keep your number, get a free phone, get a third line free, and a real person will help you make the switch. See cellcom.com for details, and Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local.
Shop the pig.
So, Ricardo, you must have some thoughts about this one, huh?
Now, technically, this is my first time seeing East this season. I did see Kimberly in their win over Neenah last week. I thought Kimberly did a fantastic job defensively for the most part. I know both teams switched up their defenses a little bit as the game went on. But I'm very interested to see in the second half, and with Appleton East, was that Mont Marquette who injured her
Jenna Ott.
Jenna Ott, I'm sorry. If that plays a factor here, because Ott, obviously a starter, a good player for Appleton East, how do they approach that a little bit? Will there be some bench factor in this one in terms of maybe expecting some increased production if she is offensively hampered a little bit, which you would think she would be with that being to her right hand. So, but Kimberly, Brett, I've been really impressed with them. I thought they played well against last week against Neenah. They're coming off the win over Hartford this past weekend. And, boy, they looked like I thought they seemed like they had a little chip on their shoulder. They were ready to take on Appleton East.
Well, especially after East won that first one, right? That's what you expect from two great teams. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a third meeting at the Resch Center again. Well, we'll see. But long way to go in this one, Ricardo. Another half to play. And, both coaches are kind of basketball junkies, masterminds. They're going to be moving the chess pieces, making the adjustments. It's going to be a fun second half. We got a lot coming up. Tomorrow night it's our varsity roundtable show, and then Thursday night's another Cellcom varsity game of the week live stream.
Yeah, our varsity roundtable where we welcome Seymour boys basketball, the undefeated Thunder, coming down to the Post Crescent to talk about their great season. We have, and I just got the confirmation from Coach, I want to say it's a Crutchta. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right in that way, but, we have Tyler Marks coming down, Xavier Salzman, and then Sam Geizo. Those are the 3 Seymour Thunder that we're going to be talking to. The only online high school sports talk show in the state. Have had a great time talking to some of our great girls teams, Brett, in recent weeks, and now we welcome one of the top boys teams. I'm still waiting to get both Appleton East and Kimberly, I believe, on the roundtable as well. That should be fun. But yeah, you should check it out. 7 p.m. Start time tomorrow, again, on postcrescent.com. And Brett, are you going to put it on greenbaypressgazette.com? It is Seymour.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay, so check out on either one of those
Good
sites.
Good call, yeah, that's right. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Tried to get a Seymour game in, but just doesn't work out technically wise for us to go over there, so maybe we can catch up. I'm kind of eyeing up, really looking ahead. I think Freedom and Seymour could face off in a sectional semifinal somewhere. Boy, that would be a classic matchup, right? Because, Freedom, I know they just lost.
Wait a minute, is that when I'm going to be wrestling boy? I'm not going to be able to see that?
That's all right. Me and Mike can handle it. Mike and I.
Not if Mike's heading to team wrestling with me. We're wrestling boys.
Mike and I see some great high school basketball games. They're usually classic finishes.
Yeah.
Well, the boys sectionals would be when the girls' state tournament is going on at the rest.
Oh, okay, got you.
So either way, you'd probably be busy doing something.
Yeah, Mike and I can watch that game, maybe. We'll see. That's a long way to go, but that'd be a great matchup. And then Thursday night, guys, another now that Clubhouse Live is done, we can kind of start piling up these Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live streams. We got another one, another great girls game coming up Thursday night. State-ranked teams again, number 3 Xavier and number 4 Edgewood. Now that's a non-conference game, but I thought a chance to see the Xavier girls. They were just on our varsity roundtable show last week.
That's right.
And boy, 3 against 4 in the state in Division 3. How do you not want to do that? And I know Edgewood has a Badger recruit, a Wisconsin recruit. So we're going to be at historic Torchy Clark Gym at Xavier High School. Live coverage tips off at 7 p.m. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Hopefully you can be there for that.
I'll do my best. I should.
First half scoring for Kimberly, Urban with 4, Dulis with 4, Asman with 9, Van Vonderen with 7. For Appleton East, Ott with 3, Erickson with 9, Marquette with 2, and Sweeney with 2. Wondering what the talk was at halftime. You got to think if you're Brian Passion at Appleton East, somehow we got to get more shots for our leading scorer, Ella Sweeney, right? Kimberly's doing a good job of making sure they're bothering her a little bit or making sure that she's not getting good, clean looks, but she's too talented. And you know she's going to be, they're going to be running some stuff for her, I would think, in the second half.
I wonder if they're going to employ that zone again. When they did man-to-man, they had Kennedy Eben on her. Obviously, arguably one of the top 3 defenders in the state. So we'll see how that unfolds. But yeah, you would expect to see a few more shots from Ella Sweeney, who, by the way, her is Will Sweeney, her brother. I lose track.
He just got his 1,000th point at Appleton North to join his teammates Grant Hardy and Nathan Ramus, I see. Very talented basketball family are the Sweeneys. And then conversely, Kimberly, what does Dave Lepisto want to do? I think he's fairly happy, but probably not with those turnovers. There was a run of turnovers against that Appleton East zone in the first half, so you want to try to clean those up. Last thing you want to do against a great team is give them empty possessions, leading to maybe runouts on turnovers. East is too talented.
Well, yeah, that's true, but one thing I want to point out again, they are out-rebounding Appleton East by quite a bit of a pace. I have them unofficially for 11-3. Leading in the rebounding, Brett. So we'll see if that continues, but that always helps your offense when you can get secondary shots and or limiting to 1 shot the opposing offense.
Should be a fun second half. Halftime just about done. Both the coaches doing their things. And making some last-second points. You look at these non-conference schedules. Look, Kimberly, they beat Brookfield East in the season opener. Brookfield East ranked 10th in Division I right now. Kimberly also beat De Pere, currently ranked number 9 in Division I. Barely lost to Wauwatosa East, number 2 now in the state in Division I. That was a 43-42 loss. Got hammered by Pewaukee, 64-33. That was back on January 3rd. The Pirates, number 6 in Division I. And beat a very good Hartford team, 66-61 on Saturday. Kimberly will play at number 1 Arrowhead on February 7th. How about that for a non-conference slate? As Kimberly opens the second half with the ball, Emily Urban with it. Now Papermakers will start swinging it and running some offense as Urban back with it. Try to run down Appleton East non-conference slate as well. Good defense against Van Vonderen and good patience for Kimberly as it resets again. Sweeney and Urban, that's a good matchup. Urban, rims out, and Sweeney now with it.
Checking this Papermaker defense, it looks like they are sticking with that zone, Brett. Sweeney.
There you go.
Yeah.
Getting that shot, yep. She's too talented and too important for Appleton East, and that's a good, she's just a shot maker, right? Just a skilled scorer is Ella Sweeney. Remember, she had that big shot against Spash in the sectional championship game. There's Eben with a triple for the Papermakers, her first basket of the night.
Whoa, and you're getting production from her from outside, Brett. That's a nice bonus if you're the Papermakers.
But Sweeney, remember, she banked one in against Spash to win it. That was at DC Everest to, I believe, send East in the state. Spash girls ranked in the top 10 as well. Janelle McCarville, their head coach, former standout. Sweeney again. A little strong on that one, but the rebound for the Patriots. And
there's
going to be a turnover here. Van Vonderen. Easy lay-in for Van Vonderen, left hand. And points off of turnovers. Van Vonderen now with 9. And the largest lead now of the night for Kimberly, Ricardo, is now 11 as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
3-point attempt.
Whoa.
And that's rebounded by Eben there, Brett. That was way off.
See what Brian Passion wants to do with it.
If there's another bucket here, you're going to have to call a timeout to kind of reset things. I know it's early in the second half, but 11-point lead.
Oh, good cut by Eben. Oh, rims out. And it will go to Appleton East. You know, East has got to run in it for sure, especially with these three-point shooters that they have. But is Jenna Ott out there? Oh, yeah, there she is. Yep, number 3. Yep, there you can see that hand, that right hand kind of taped up, as Mike Sherry said, dealing with a little bit of an injury suffered in the first half. So we'll see how that affects her. Again, a real good three-point shooter. Erickson against Van Vonderen. That's a good matchup.
That's a great matchup right there, Eben and Sweeney.
Yeah, Sweeney trying to get a shot off or just some space, but nothing there. That's some miscommunication there. I think Ricardo maybe expecting more of a move along that baseline. Urban and Eben with the rebound. Second chance points here. Inside, nice pass. And missed by Dulis as Sweeney with it.
Wow. Some disjointed play on both ends, Brett. Missed opportunity there for Kimberly.
You see, East again likes to knock those shots down from outside, but there's just nothing there. Not much space for the Patriots. As Sweeney now goes and gets the basketball. Sweeney against Eben.
I mean, there's so much length on that Kimberly side, Brett. The athleticism off the charts.
There's Ott from distance. Whoa, there is an offensive rebound and a much-needed basket. Fisher, her first bucket of the game.
Yeah, 5'5" sophomore guard. Ambria Fisher. Dulis. Van Vonderen.
Good double team and forcing that turnover. No, it's going to stay with Kimberly.
Yeah, good defense there from Jenna Ott and Amelia Marquette.
Looking at Appleton East, they've non-conference games, Bayport, Laconia, Eau Claire Memorial, Beaver Dam.
Appleton East, you're talking about?
Yeah.
And then didn't they lose to Oostburg?
Yeah, that's their only loss of the season is to Oostburg, 57-49 in the season opener back on November 18th.
That might be the best team in the state, Brett.
Yeah, Oostburg top ranked in Division III, defending state champs. Remember they beat Xavier in the finals last year. 49-36 in last year's D3 state title game.
I wanted to get Mike Sherry's thoughts on that. Am I right, Brett? Mike, with all why am I drawing? Ketterhagen.
Yeah.
I think there's 3 of them.
They've played a heck of a schedule, Oostburg has, and they've beat everybody pretty handily. I think they would move up to D2 next year if they.
I would think so.
If they're able to win a state title again this year, or even probably just get to state.
No good on that attempt for Sweeney. Yeah, you look at Oostburg, Addie and Riley Ketterhagen, they're both going to UW Green Bay, and then sophomore Kinsley Ketterhagen has several Division I offers. We saw them last, remember, East coming back to win that game against Oostburg.
Yeah, that was at East.
Great game.
Look at Doulis.
Doulis fighting
Working
the
hard.
post, just not there. Good defense by the Patriots.
Yeah, Brett, the ball just not finding the bottom of the net.
A good closeout. I thought Mont Marquette was maybe going to let it fly, but again, the closeout was theirs. Fisher working from the corner.
Oh, Feller.
Brooklyn Feller with a huge triple, her first bucket of the game, and look at this.
It's a 2-score game, Brett, and nice job there by Appleton East to be patient. And, Brett, I might add, they are winning the rebounding in the second half, 5-3.
So there was a point of contention and of emphasis as well for Brian Passion, but there's a big bucket by Urban now. She's got 6. 8-point lead for the Papermakers as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. That is just a strong move by Erickson.
That's just great feel, great touch.
But just physically, she's strong. I mean, that's a tough finish in traffic, in the paint. She's got 11 now to lead the Patriots. Yeah, East, they topped Bayport. Eau Claire Memorial was in the top 10 in the Division I state rankings earlier, and Beaver Dam was ranked number 6 in Division II. So both of these programs not shying away from good competition outside of the league. Looks like we have a foul against, is that going to be against the Patriots?
Patriot foul, number 22.
I think it's, is there a 20? I think it was 12.
Patriot foul number 12.
There you go.
Mont
Marquette.
First team foul. For Kimberly, number 11, Libby Bookinger. Number 34,
Kimberly, Ricardo, they've won 42 of their last 46 games by my, wow. Asman again from the corner. She's got 4 triples and has come out firing tonight. 12 points.
6'1" senior forward.
She's going to play for Stevens Point next year. An excellent college choice for
You're
Claudia
not biased
Asman.
in any way.
No. Oh, Fisher.
Again.
Strong inside.
Yes. I mean, she has the height disadvantage there, Brett.
East is keeping itself in striking range, no doubt about it. Just a 7-point game. Deep 3, good. Oh. Number 11, that's Libby Bookinger, the junior.
Wow, Brett, now we're back to a double-digit lead for Kimberly, and I would say that East has played very well this half.
Erickson strong on that. Rebound. That'll stay with the Patriots. Jeski with the rebound, but no, now we got a turnover. Here comes Bookinger with it. Got to add up how many threes Kimberly has knocked down tonight, but it's been a bunch. Kind of deflating, right? Because East, like you said, playing very good defense and fighting their way back to make it a 2-possession game, and then some big buckets. Asman and then Bookinger with some triples. Van Vonderen going to knock it down. Got it. And what do you do there? You could see Coach Dave Lepisto, how that action was set up. He was kind of raising his hand. He liked that shot, liked how it was executed, and Van Vonderen splashes one through. Back to a 13-point game.
Brett, that's, 4 3-pointers now from Kimberly in this half.
Jeski going against Van Vonderen. Van Vonderen will be called for the foul, and Jazeski will shoot a pair.
Kimberly foul number 34, Ava Van Vonderen.
Ricardo, didn't earlier this week, was it Coach Lepisto or somebody from Kimberly said that they tried to enter Claudia Asman's
Yes.
3 points into the 3-point challenge, but she didn't have enough attempts, right?
Yeah, was it 50 shot attempts?
Yeah, she
I know it changes every week,
Yeah,
but
she didn't have enough to qualify, but after tonight she might.
Yeah. Keep shooting them, right? Jazeski, her first point of the night. Yeah, Kimberly, 42 of 46 winners. 42 of its last 46 games. The Papermakers, Ricardo, have also won 33 of their last 34 Fox Valley Association games.
Is that good?
I think so.
I think that's good.
Remember when Appleton East beat Kimberly back on December 12th, that snapped the Papermakers' 28-game conference winning streak. Oh, what are we going to have here?
Travel. That's the first turnover by Kimberly this half. Unofficially have 6 for the game.
Her orange shoe took one step and the green shoe didn't want to follow.
Yeah. Does that make it easier, Mike, to catch the travel? I don't know.
I don't
Having
know.
different color shoes.
I have no idea.
I know it's an 11-point game, but I still feel like Appleton is very much into this one.
Oh, yeah, just need a run here, and basketball is all about runs. So Patriots have some time here. And, Brett, you know how good they can shoot from the outside.
No
so
doubt.
It can happen quickly.
Skip pass, Fisher from the corner. Got it, there you go. She's got 7, and that was a great skip pass from Jazeski, finding her open teammate. Just an 8-point game halfway through the second half.
Brett, 7 second half points for her.
3, good, and an answer by the Papermakers. Kendall Brocktrip with a triple. What do you do?
Everyone getting involved for Kimberly, Brett. It seems like their outside game is on point.
I got 9 threes for Kimberly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this half.
Number 4, Kendall Brooktrap, second personal. Second
Jenna Ott now, Brett, will be shooting some free throws.
2 for the Patriots, number 3, Jenna Ott.
See how she does with that hand or thumb kind of wrapped up there. Heard it in the first half, but got one to fall through. She's one of their key 3-point shooters.
14, Ella Sweeney.
8:40 left here in the second half. 10-point lead for Kimberly as Jenna Ott trying to make it a 9-point deficit. And she does.
Looked good there, didn't she?
Yeah, she was shaking out that hand in between both attempts there.
Maybe I give her feeling like, hey, I can step back and knock some threes if she's open. We'll see.
All it takes is a little confidence, right? Get that stroke back.
Absolutely. 9-point game. Just under 8.5 to play. It's been a fun one. A lot of skill on both sides, a lot of talent on both sides. Remember Appleton East last year, they kind of had a high-powered offense, Ricardo. Remember that?
Sure.
Remember they had Tori Neubauer, Lily Melmans. Tori Neubauer, a 1,000-point scorer. She's playing at Minnesota Duluth.
Yeah,
Melmans
she's
is Black Hills
her,
State.
Her roommate is that Krieger from Kimberly. 'Cause
Reagan Krieger?
I talked to Neubauer's dad a few weeks ago, Brett, after the Packer show. They're getting some playing time over there.
Good. That's a good duo to have. That's what Brian Passion told me earlier in the season. Okay, we had a kind of a high-powered offense last year. Now we're going to switch to the personnel we have. We're going to be more of a lockdown defense with kids that can knock down some triples. And so far, so good this season. 15 straight victories for the Patriots after losing to Oostburg in the season opener. In that zone defense now, there's a turnover. Oh, there's going to be a foul against Appleton East instead.
Appleton East foul number 23, Ella Jazeski, third personal.
So Jazeski picks up her 3rd.
In for Kimberly, number 24, Claudia Asman.
Defensively, as I mentioned earlier, East and Kimberly numbers 1 and 2 respectively in the FVA and average points allowed. Patriots coming in leading the conference at 43.4. Papermakers just behind at 43.6. They also lead the league in point differential margin. Coming in, the Patriots number 1 at plus 16.1 points. Papermakers right behind at 13.2 points. You can see why these two teams are not only at the top of the league, but among the best in the state.
There you go. They've been mixing that man and zone defense, Brett. They do a really good job with that.
Well, this zone has caused Kimberly some issues in the first half. We saw with a kind of a run of turnovers. So, Dulis going to let it go and can't get it to fall. Rebound, Fisher. Here come the Patriots. Almost knocked away. Ott, I think, thought about it. Jeski going to try to back in Van Voneren. A little drop step off the glass. Woo! And good. Beautiful, strong move in the post. And a timeout now for the Patriots.
Yeah, she's got, I remember her from last year, Brett. She's gotten better and just, it seems she trusts her footwork more. Really nice move there to get the Patriots within 7.
Still anybody's game with 6:52 to go. You can see Brian Passion down there. There he is, 3rd season as East head coach, 49-21 record. That's a .700 winning percentage. Led them to the Division I state semifinals last season. As Ricardo mentioned, Kimberly winning that matchup in the state semifinals 55-34, and then the Papermakers went on to win the state championship. Passion has coached at a number of Fox Valley schools, including FBL and Xavier. Also was an assistant at Lawrence on the men's side at the college level. East 19-9 last year, 15-11 2 seasons ago, doing some great work. Of course, Dave Lepisto. He's in his 4th season here at Kimberly, assistant for 9 seasons under longtime Papermakers head coach Troy Cullen. I have Lepisto or Ricardo 81-20 here at Kimberly. That's an .802 winning percentage. 54-11 in the FDA. That's an .831 winning percentage. Of course, the Papermakers 29-1 last year, 18-0 in the FDA, and the Division I state champs. They took down Muskego 47-26 in the state championship game.
I'm just taken aback at how many incredible girls programs we have in this area. I mean, I could just rattle off 6, 7 that are highly ranked, and there are some that are on the rise. We talked a little bit about Little Chute and how they're on the rise, and it's remarkable. And that's saying that given that a couple of our normal mainstays are kind of having down years, Wrightstown and Freedom, it just shows you the depth and quality of the girls' game.
We've talked about that before. Remember when we watched the Pewaukee game here last year and the Tarian sisters, and they were the highlights, but that team was filled with some stars. As Urban, wow, jumper. Ricardo, she's got 8.
2 more for that magic threshold, right?
So it's a 9-point game, but still with 6 minutes to play, anybody's game. But yeah, the talent level throughout has just been fun to see, the growth of the girls' game, and some sensational talent for sure. Whoa! Oh, does that count?
That's big.
Yes, Jeski, what was that? My goodness.
Boy, she just went right back up there, Brett. Hit that high off the backboard, went in, and now she has a chance at a conventional 3-point play. They really need this here. Sticking around are the Patriots, Brett, with 5:51 left in the second half.
Yes, Jeski, that was kind of like an acrobatic type flip of the basket. And 3-point play. Wow, that was big. She's got 7 points all this half, Ricardo, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Look at this. 6-point game. You mentioned the athletes. Of course, we mentioned all the Division I offers so far for Ella Sweeney on the east side, but how about the Papermakers? You mentioned Haley Dulis recently committed to Marquette. Ava Van Vonderen recently committed to Wisconsin to play basketball. I think that's a turnover. No, going to stay here. Emily Urban, senior, she's going to play Division I soccer at UW Milwaukee, your alma mater. I mentioned Claudia Asman will play basketball at Stevens Point. And junior Kennedy Eben, she's going to play Division I soccer at Utah.
Incredible, just the amount of athletes. That's quite the roster there. Here's, we mentioned Urban.
Oh, blocked, though, by Mont Marquette.
Come on, get that out of my house.
Both teams playing high level. Really impressed Ricardo with East not kind of withering, right? There was a couple runs there by the Papermakers as Van Vonderen's fouled, I think, by Mont Marquette. But keeping themselves in this with 5:21 to play.
5:21 left, Brett. You just feel like there's one more run coming from Appleton East here as Van Vonderen nails her first free throw. And they're going to need it.
Van Vonderen with 13. Again, just committing to play for the Badgers. Nothing but net there. Make it 14. 7 points in each half for Ava Van Vonderen. And an 8-point game. Look at Sweeney, spin move from the free throw line. Beautiful move by Ella Sweeney. That's the stuff she brings to the game, to the floor. Just some sweet moves and pull-ups, and man.
Well, if they're going to mount this comeback, Brett, she's going to have to be a central force in that.
But that's how she can create her own shots, right? Pretty good defense, but that spin move freed her up for that pull-up from the free throw line. Nice 15-foot jumper for Ella Sweeney. Eben trying to get inside. Rebound, Van Vonderen.
Oh, no foul on
Some
that.
contact.
Okay.
I think she's kind of saying, where's the whistle? Play on, says the officials, is Erickson now. I feel like Erickson's going to have a key moment
bucket, yeah? Okay.
for the Patriots as well to kind of really tighten the screws here. Strong physical player inside. Good patience. Ooh, Fisher maybe was open underneath briefly as she cut along the baseline, but Patriots will stay patient. Skip pass. Mont Marquette from the corner. Got it! And look at this, Ricardo. We have a game. 3-point game here with 3:57 to play, and now the Papermakers burning a timeout as the East fans are on their feet.
Brett, that was good awareness there by Appleton East, finding Mount Marquette in the corner to nail that three. Now we're a one-possession game.
This was an 11-point game in the second half.
It was an 11-point game.
Let's look at East, Ricardo. We mentioned all the threes that the Papermakers have hit. This 1, 2, 3, 3. Yep, three-pointers this half. 5 on the night for the Patriots, but boy, that was a big one by Mont Marquette. She's got 5. And of course, the three-point play, Jezjeski has been big this half as well with 7 second-half points.
Well, you know what I'm going to bring up, Brett? I'm going to bring up the rebounding. So in the first half, Kimberly had an 11-3 advantage. In the second half, so far right now, this is unofficial, I have East 9-4.
Okay. Well, a little reset here. We look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Kimberly on top, 47-44. The Papermakers led by as many as 11 points in the second half. Both teams with 3 team fouls, so fouls not really an issue right now. And both teams kind of showing off from distance. Let's see. Is East now back in a zone? Yeah, the Patriots now come out in a zone to kind of counter maybe what was drawn up in the huddle. And Urban with a triple, and you can see the fist pump from Lepisto. Boy, big answer there.
Sweeney did a good job to get out of that double team. But Brett, well, she has more than 10 points.
Sweeney. Oh, nice move. Little reverse. Oh, what a finish. That's just a sweet move, Ricardo.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about with Ella Sweeney. You mentioned it, Brett. She can make plays on her own in terms of just taking a one-on-one opportunity and finishing around the bucket.
And then she's got the craftiness of like those little hesitations. It just gets the defense maybe on its heels and then clears that space. And the ability to finish on a reverse as well.
And Brett, she did that against the best defensive player on Kimberly.
Yeah, Sweeney's
Kennedy Eben.
High-level talent. Ooh, Urban guarded by Fisher, and Fisher's going to get called. East fans don't like that.
No, they don't. And I see Matt Erickson not too happy with that call, Brett.
Was he?
Yeah, he was just letting it known. He had his hands around his mouth in terms of amplifying.
I love it.
His disagreement with the call.
I love it.
Getting ready for his first ejection of the season.
4-point lead for Kimberly. Papermakers want to rattle off some of this time, Brett.
Easier said than done against that defense, though. They're going to force that ball out of you, and they're going to force you to, hopefully, if you're an East fan, make a bad pass. We'll see how the Papermakers can take care of the ball. Eben thought maybe she'd take it, and we're going to get a timeout.
Yeah.
I think Dave Lepisto was thinking, we're getting a little, we would have got to calm things down.
I was going to say, a little bit chaotic there. On the edge of it, I should say, but 2:13 left in the second half, 4-point lead. Good timeout by Lepisto. Brett, it's, again, for those of you who don't know, they play in separate sectionals.
Yeah.
These two teams do, so no potential third meeting unless it would happen as it did last year in the state semifinals or final.
And that could happen.
Absolutely.
Well, during this timeout, we're going to plug where we'll be back this Thursday. We're going to be back at it this Thursday, 2 nights from tonight. Another great girls game featuring state-ranked teams with number 3 Xavier hosts number 4 Edgewood. That's a fantastic non-conference matchup at historic Torchy Clark game. A lot of talent, Ricardo, on that in that game as well.
They still got the cookies there.
Mr. Ranibel's cookies, I'm sure.
I'll keep my eye out for that.
But we'll go live at approximately 7 p.m. We're looking forward to hanging out at Torchy Clark. Always a great place to watch a game, and maybe that will be the only game of the night.
Oh, and they're going to call a foul on Sweeney.
So that's her first, but is that the team's 5th?
Ella Sweeney, first personal, 15 foul.
Well, the East Patriots going to amp up that defense a little bit, looking for a takeaway. Again, both teams have only combined for 4 turnovers, Brett. This half, they've done a much better job.
2-score goal. Oh, there's a double.
There it is.
Oh, good double. Look at that behind the back by
Sweeney.
Sweeney. That's what they do, right? You think you're okay, and then they double, knock it away, and a chance to chip into this deficit.
There's Lepisto saying, put your hands up.
Minute and a half. Wonder if Coach Passion wants to talk things over. He's standing up, watching his offense.
Someone's got to help her. There we go with Sweeney.
Sweeney thought about it. Nope. Patience. Mont Marquette. Nope. Close off from the wing. Mont Marquette. Oh!
Look out. Look what she traveled there.
Whoa, tough shot. Rebound. Who's going to come up with it? It's going to be a tie-up, and that's going to stay with Appleton East.
Very fortuitous for East, Brett. I thought there was a travel there that wasn't called, but end of the day, Patriots retain possession. 1:05 left in the second half, down by 4.
Shot fake, Fisher, nope. Erickson working against Van Vonderen. Erickson, Sweeney from the wing, and it's going to bounce into Van Vonderen's hands. That was a great look for Ella Sweeney.
You couldn't have asked for anything better there, Brett. Open look, got to drain that 3.
And now
it's going to get to the point where you have to foul,
yeah,
right?
pretty quick. There's only 5 team fouls. That's going to be on Sweeney. 16 foul now for Appleton East with 41.3 seconds to play. Ott against Urban.
Oh, that's
almost
a
steal.
Urban using her what would you call it, experience there to push off, because that was clear as day. 28.6 seconds left.
So there's the bonus now, Ricardo. 1-and-1 coming for Van Vonderen. Van Vonderen a perfect 4 for 4 from the stripe here tonight. And gets the first one to rattle through.
It's a big one. She has a smile on her face a little bit. Think kind of got a shooter's touch. Shooter's roll, I should say.
And second one a little strong. Here comes Sweeney now, down 5. Papermakers there quickly. Sweeney working, spin move, tough shot. Bouncing, nope, into rebound for Van Vonderen. And a foul, and it looking pretty good right now for the Papermakers to secure this from the free throw line.
Again, great help from Kimberly on defensively, Brett, to kind of force that. I wouldn't say it was a shot that she wanted to take or what wasn't a great shot. Patriots now hoping for a miss from Urban. How many fouls do they have team-wise? 8?
8, so
Okay.
still 1-1 here. Urban, no.
And here's Sweeney again, Brett. So there you go. Nice.
Oh, blocked
my
by
goodness.
Asman.
Well, forget about those three-pointers, Brett. That might have been her play of the game.
That looked like it was going to be an easy lay-in, and that would have been a three-point game. Instead, Asman with a huge block. As East is trying to get this one in. Sweeney now
she's gonna have
5
to shoot.
seconds. It's getting too late. Sweeney, no good. Van Vonderen with the rebound, and the Patriots win the rematch. What a game. What a game between these two great teams.
7 rebounds total for Van Vonderen, Brett. Just a great FBA game. Both these teams, what can you say about them? I mean, you can tell these are a pair of top 10 ranked teams. Really good defensive play, I thought, Brett, by Kimberly there in the final minute or two, forcing some shots that were tough for Appleton East to convert on. And East also did a good job, Brett, of rallying to get it to within a couple of possessions. Actually, did they get it to within a one-possession game?
It was a 3-point game at one point,
yeah. So big win for Appleton, or for Kimberly. And Appleton East, you can take away a couple of things from this, Brett, things that can be worked on, and I'm sure that's what Coach Passion's going to do.
Asman maybe with the certainly
Big-
a
the
huge
block,
block
the
there
big
at the
play.
end. Otherwise, that looked like it was a lay-in of a 3-point game. And
Was that to Erickson? Was that?
Yeah.
It was, okay.
so who knows what's going to happen at that point. But what a game between these two outstanding teams. And kind of lived up to the hype, I think.
It absolutely did, Brett. I wonder if that other game that will not be named lived up to the hype going on in Southeast Wisconsin, but this one surely did.
Well, again, we appreciate everybody hanging out with us tonight. And be sure to check Dan Powers' photo gallery later on tonight, postcrescent.com. It should be some
I'll
great
have a
images
little
as
wrap
well.
up like that's part of our roundup series here, Brett, on this as well.
Well, good. Good way to kick off a busy week. Again, tomorrow night we have Seymour Boys. It's kind of like our January week again, right?
A little bit.
Seymour Boys basketball on Varsity Roundtable. The Thunder undefeated, ranked second in, or are they ranked number 1 now in Division 3?
Oh, they can't
Or
put them
Division
above
2.
Freedom yet, have they?
Freedom lost.
Oh, that's right, they did.
Freedom lost to, who was that to lose to, Mike? Was that Slinger?
Yeah, it was Slinger.
Slinger, I think it was 58-38.
Yeah, handled them
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's a good Slinger team, though.
It is. The Owls.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a quick update on that other game we don't want to talk about.
Okay.
Arrowhead and Tulsa East tied 62-62, headed to overtime.
Oh, man, what's going on?
So that is a pretty good game. I told you, Brett.
Dang it. We wanted the hype. We wanted the, well, we had a great game
We did.
nonetheless. This was fantastic. And it's going to be fun to watch these two teams continue on. They're going to be tough outs in the playoffs for sure.
Absolutely, and a great game. And it's too bad we don't see a third one right away, I guess, in the postseason, but maybe that's a good thing. I had a great time covering them in the state semifinal last year, Brett, so maybe we'll see a repeat of that.
I know this. If there's a third game, we can't stream it.
No,
Because it'll be at the Ref Center.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, guys, real quick, I was looking at those sectional assignments. Kimberly, sectional 1, they'll have Appleton North, Bayport, De Pere, Eau Claire Memorial, Hortonville, and Notre Dame, all with Kimberly.
Oh, Notre Dame's good this year, right, Mike? Are they back a little bit?
Yeah, they are. And Appleton East in sectional 2 will have Hartford, Neenah, and Pewaukee. So
That
that
was Kimberly in that second one you just
The
mentioned?
second one was Appleton East. So
Oh, okay.
you're probably looking at an Appleton East Pewaukee sectional final, maybe.
Ooh.
So Mike, essentially they switched sectionals from last year, right?
For the most part, yeah. It looks like they basically just switched.
That'd be
Appreciate
some
that.
good
It
basketball.
is going to be some good basketball.
We'll see how it all plays out, but looking forward to the next 5-6 weeks maybe, something like that, and more importantly, trying to get warm.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get down there, Brett, try to get some game scores, or the box score, I should say.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too. I'll run down the scoring for Kimberly. Urban with 11, Brocktrup with 3, Bookinger with 3, Eben with 3, Doulis with 4, Asman with 12, and Van Vonderen with 15. For the Patriots, Ott with 5, Feller with 3, Fisher with 7, Erickson with 11, Montmarquette with 5, Sweeney with 8, Yazjeski with 7. With the victory, the 5th-ranked Kimberly Papermakers improved to 14-3 on the season, 11-1 in the Fox Valley Association. Now, the Patriots and the Papermakers both tied for the conference lead. Up next for Kimberly, they're at Oshkosh North on Thursday. Fox Valley Association matchup tip-off is set for 7:15 p.m. A busy week for the Papermakers. That is a reschedule of the game that was, I believe, on Friday that was scrapped because of the cold weather. And the 3rd-ranked Patriots, they see their 15-game winning streak snapped. Appleton East now 15-2 on the season, 11-1 in the Fox Valley Association. The Patriots' next game, home, Friday night against Hortonville. That, too, is an FVA matchup. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. As for us, again, we're back at it Thursday for another great girls basketball game featuring state-ranked teams as number 3 Xavier hosts number 4 Edgewood in a great non-conference matchup at historic Torchy Clark Gym. Live coverage tips off at 7 p.m. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. One more time, I want to thank our sponsors, Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly. If you were switched from U.S. Cellular to a bigger carrier without a choice, maybe it's time to choose a better one. Keep your number, get a free phone, get a third line free, and a real person will help you make the switch. Visit cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly, they're proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the Pig. Mike, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate you. And Ricardo as well. So for Mike, for Ricardo, for Rosie, for Dan Powers, and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, this is Brett Christopherson saying so long from Jack Wippich Court here at Kimberly High School. It was a good one. We knew it was going to be two of the best teams in the state going at it again. This time, Kimberly wins the rematch. Papermakers